Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all participants and worthy speakers of this conference. First of all, I am very thankful to Mr. Faisal Fiaz from Pakistan and Jomal E. Selkeda from Philippines for providing me opportunity to speak at this platform. Today, I will talk about digital age schools. That is the utmost requirement of today digital and innovative world. Now, here is the content of my presentation. First of all, uh, I will talk about the traditional schools, and after defining the traditional school, I will explain the fundamental shift in learning. Then I will move towards the educational revolution. Then what are the digital age schools and required framework for 21st century learning. After that, I will talk about the benefits of digital age school and what are the main challenges to implement or support technologies in schools. And finally, I will talk about the attribute of successful school in digital age. Let's start, please. Traditional schools. What is the traditional schools? It is the very oldest form of delivering education to students through face-to-face interaction between teachers and students. The schools are basically divided into grades, which include both primary and secondary education system. Although this type of education system is practiced all over the world, and it is losing its popularity nowadays due to these digital tools and digital technologies. Everything nowadays is a part of digital revolution. Education is no exception. What is included in traditional schools? But high cost, general type of education, passive learner, not active learners. Students are away from home. It's a very time consuming and limiting interaction between students and teachers. Self-discipline and boring routine. Crowded classrooms. You can say these are some drawbacks of these traditional schools in today modern era or today modern world. Now, if I talk about the fundamental shift in learning, then first of all, we will see that digital schools are replacing traditional schools and educational method more and more each day. With how rapidly classrooms are changing, it is best to forget methods you may remember from where you were in the school and start thinking about newer teaching and learning techniques based on digital learning tools and technologies. So if we move forward, here is a link for a movie, for a video. Please watch this video about the fourth industrial revolution to understand the new era of education, new era of digital technologies in your schools or in your education. Okay, gentlemen, you have watched this video. Are you ready for fundamental shift in your learning? Are you ready for fundamental shift in your schools? Okay, if you're ready, then it is very good thing for you that you would implement these technologies in your schools or in your education. Okay. Okay, gentlemen, sorry for this, as video again played. Okay. Now, okay, gentlemen, sorry for delay. Uh, I will talk about the fundamental shift in learning, and no, this is the second one. The use of digital technology is now a key feature of schools and schooling around the world. Yet, despite its prominence, technology use continues to be an area of education that rarely receives sustained critical attention and thought, especially from those people who are most involved and affected by it. Technology trends to be something that many teachers, learners, students, parents, policymakers, and even academics approach as a routine rather than reflective matter. Next, technology in education is not a substitute for learning. What it does mean? It is not the substitute of books. Books will remain whether students read them in print or on e-readers, but technology brings a fundamental shift in learning. Students and machines can now work together to launch new ideas and accomplish things faster than ever imagined. Next is in this digital age learning culture, schools must focus on providing students with the technology and resources for learning. In other words, we can say instructional innovation, which urges teachers to think of ways to continuously improve technology-based learning. The ideal educational environment in the digital age learning culture is a technology-rich school that encourages exploration, collaboration, and critical thinking skills in real world of contexts. If we move forward, educational revolution. What is the educational revolution? Right now, we are on the cusp of an education revolution. As the workplace changes in response to emerging technologies and digital solutions, schools need to prepare students for this evolving job market. As the world becomes more tech-savvy and relies on digital solutions to solve everyday problems. So, school, colleges, universities must provide students with the tech skills modern job require. This is the educational revolution. Next one is in the digital age school, teaching and learning. are now more fluent. Modern students are digital natives and often more familiar with technology than their teachers. However, it's up to the educators to guide their students and demonstrate how to access and evaluate knowledge. In other words, schools and teachers need to show students how to find reliable, trustworthy online sources of information, how to investigate information and search for the truth, how to navigate an increasingly complex digital world. And it is the responsibility of your teacher, of your parents, that they monitor your activities and guide you throughout the learning process. Now, what are the digital age schools? Digital school solution is a concept that captures the vision of digitalizing a school's learning and management system. You can say that LMS or CMS, to equip students with 21st century competencies and skill set. And if you talk about the traditional schools, these traditional schools are not equipped to incorporate 21st century competencies and skill set, will no longer be enough to support the increasingly diverse and innovation oriented societies of the future. So here we see the process, the stages, era of digital age schools, digital age school 1.0, digital age school 2.0, digital age schools 3.0. What are these schools? Now, if you look at the picture, you see here digital school 1.0 consists of digital classroom that features basic projection, computer, plus console and other visual equipment that enables teachers to display e-content for teaching and learning in a developing school environment. Now, if I talk about the digital school 2.0, it shows in green. What is this? Digital school 2.0 allowed digital interaction with more system, e-content, hardware, software, guardian and public stakeholders. It is a total and comprehensive solution that integrates all the ICT components in your schools, in your colleges, in your universities. And if we see the digital school 3.0 in yellow color, digital school 3.0 embraces the value of school pedagogies in the curriculum to universally select the right digital tool or features for teachers to independently create content that have been either translated or transformed from one curriculum. This is the very true value in harnessing education technologies, moving toward the 21st century competencies in teaching with innovative pedagogies. And this approach will complement how digital native students can fully exploit their individual learning styles with various engagement methods. These are the three stages: digital school 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. And in near future, you will see that here is the digital school 4.0 that involves the artificial intelligence, that involves the data science, data analytics. So all schools in our country and in foreign countries should move toward the digital tools and digital technologies. Okay, what is included in Digital School 1.0? If you talk about the hardware or furniture side, LCD projector and basic multimedia equipment, teacher computer installed in furniture console, professional development on productivity tools, e-content available from different publishers or partners. And all these contents are available online through shared license or through open license or through free license. What is included in Digital School 2.0? LMS, Learning Management System, School Management System, interactive whiteboards for lesson instructions, digital materials and interactive content, comprehensive support and maintenance, professional development for teachers and IT staff, professional services like project management, system integration, and consultancy services. These all things are included in Digital School 2.0. And if we talk about the Digital School 3.0, nowadays, new version of LMS for 21st century teaching and learning. One-to-one or one-to-two, one-to-many, mobile computing or operating system, Apple operating system or Android operating system. Interactive whiteboards with optional student response system. Flexible learning space, furniture and technologies. Personalized one-to-one collaborative learning platform. This collaboration among student and teacher, student and parents. It's totally personalized learning. Interactive lesson activity, assessment and grading system. Teachers training program. Google Education for Teachers. And it is a very good concept by Google. Apple training program. Microsoft IT Academy. Microsoft IT Academy at this time provide you a lot of courses about your education, about your teaching process, about your computer using system like MS Word, MS Excel, MS Project, and some other teaching tools like Microsoft Teams. New version of school management system available in Digital School 3.0. Educational technologies that meets your school vision and goals. These all things are available nowadays in Digital School 3.0. Now, if we move forward, school teachers in digital age. What are the main roles of school teacher in these digital age schools, not in the traditional schools? We all know about the traditional school roles of teachers. No, what is the main role of school teacher in digital age schools? Teachers are more like coach, not only teacher. He or she is a coach, encouraging teamwork and providing assessments to help students improve their skills. Teachers are expected to help students help themselves, no longer showing students how to solve problem directly, but instead demonstrating how to find the resource to figure out the solution on their own. Because in this era, you are in the role of personalized learning. It's a collaborative efforts. No one blames you for your fault. Every teacher in digital school ages, every teacher is a coach. He will guide you. He will encourage you to move on right path. not blaming you about your fault. Now, what is the main role of digital schools? Role of digital schools. First one is, and these are the some basic roles, not the fully roles. These are some basic roles. Digitization is changing education. Firstly, in how students learn. As nowadays, tablets, laptops, electronic devices like mobile devices proliferate in classrooms. The traditional school setting in which time, place, content, and pace of learning are constant has been turned on its head. Second one is student-centered learning, personalized learning. Personal electronic devices are enabling a shift from classroom-centered learning to personalized student-centered learning that can happen anytime, anywhere. Third one, offer differentiated curricula and learning concept. Schools can now offer differentiated curricula and learning concept even within a single classroom that compete with globally competitive standards and align with the student's individual level and pace of learning. These are the major basic three roles of digital schools nowadays. PBS Learning Media Survey. According to this survey, 63% wants to spend more time learning about and implementing technology in their classroom. These 63% are the teachers, are the students who want to spend more time on learning by using digital tools, by using digital technologies. 78% believes that tablets or mobile devices, electronic readers, and 71% mobile devices and 69% personal computers. Again, please, 78% students or teachers believe tablet or electronic readers, 71% believe on mobile devices, and 69% believe on personal computers. Will be used in the classroom more often in the next 5 to 7 years. 52% say that their role will include more technology support in the future. Not a traditional sport. It is a technology sport. If we move further, so watch the video about how our future classrooms look like.
In my experience, and I think I speak for a lot of teachers, students, they learn better when they're interested in something and when they think that it's fun. And I think that that's what Snowflake Multi-Teach brings. It's this game aspect, this game feeling of the lessons, for instance.
om jag gör någonting, ett spel av det, så att det blir lite interaktivt, så att det blir likt ett spel som de gör hemma. Då blir det mycket roligare.
So if the students think it's fun to play a lesson, then the information in the lesson is more likely to stick.
De kan göra det flera gånger, de kan till och med önska att göra det.
It helps them create the content that they need exactly for their purposes. But then the content team in Nuitech, we're teachers as well, and we make sure to create content that other teachers then can find and they can download it. So it's really fast and it's really easy to find a great lesson online. We have many lessons.
Jag tänker ju mest på vad de lär sig bäst av. Och det är ju det här när de ska dra och släppa. Det gillar de. Och det lär de sig också av. Det finns jättemycket program som man kan köpa. Ingen av dem har dra och släpp. Många andra har klicka på rätt sådär. Just dra och släpp har jag velat ha, och det finns.
Using technology in the classroom is still kind of a big deal for a lot of teachers. They think that it can be scary or that it takes a long time to learn how to use it. So that's why it's crucial for us to meet the teachers and show them that there's nothing scary about using this technology in their classroom, that it's easy and it's fast and it'll make their job easier.
Eleverna är taggade. De tycker det är jättekul. Det spelar nästan ingen roll vad jag gör. Jag tycker det är roligt. Det bästa med det är att man kan få en interaktiv lärande.
Okay, gentlemen, now we discuss about the success factors for digital schools. What are the main success factors? First one is sustainable funding for devices. Student needs easy access to devices to take full advantage of digital content, and these same devices can and should be leveraged for other educational ends, including online assessment and access to online learning. Second one is the internet connectivity. Speed and connectivity are very essential. Every district, every country, every city should maintain a network and internet infrastructures that enable pervasive, simultaneous use of devices for instruction, assessment, and school operations. Third one is the up-to-date policies and practices. In addition to monitoring state policy changes, local districts or local higher education authorities may need to replace policies and practices that inhibit the use of digital content with initiatives and incentives to encourage its use. Fourth one is the prepared educators. All college level, school level teacher education program need to prepare aspiring these educators to use digital content, and higher education authorities need to provide opportunities for sustained professional learning, including online access to communities of practices. Fifth one is the intellectual property and reuse rights. It is the beauty of digital content is its flexibility. It is a very flexible. So make sure content is licensed. Either it is open source, either is the shared license, but it should be licensed to encourage sharing and customization. Sixth one is the quality control and usability. The best digital content is vetted at local level, you can say that at school level, then at higher education authorities, and then tagged. So all teachers can find and use it in a variety of situations. This saves a lot of time and help teachers personalize their classroom learning. Last one is the state and local leadership buy-in. Leadership is very essential in making changes to state policies, to higher education policies. And it is no less important at the local level, at school level or college level or university level. Leaders must provide the necessary vision and support to enable successful implementation. These are the some successful factors for digital schools. Now, implementation of digital technology. A lot of decisions are here to make before implementation of these digital technologies. What are these decisions? First one, device acquisition, setup, and management cost. How you can purchase these devices? Who is responsible for purchasing of these devices? Second, content options. What are the options? What are the main options available with you to create a good content? Then content security and privacy. Further, teachers' role in selecting and implementing new technology. What is the basic role of teacher in selection of technical tools, of these technological tools that will be used in your schools? And what is the main role of teachers in implementing these new technology in your school? The role of textbooks. No, you have to decide. You have to decide before implementation of these digital technologies in your school that what is the main role of textbooks. Yes, there is a role of textbooks. You can create these textbooks in digital content, e-content. You can say that e-content. The role of technology in classroom management. How you manage your class. What is the main role of these technological tools in your class management, in your schedule management, in your curriculum management, data management? You can say your teacher database, your student database, that how you can implement these digital tools for data management. So these are some decisions that are necessary to make before implementation of digital technology in your schools. Please note these decisions with yourself and apply and practically apply these decisions in your implementation. So what's next? Framework. 21st century learning framework. What is the main things that is included in this 21st century? First one, critical thinking and problem solving. As nowadays we are in the digital era, problems are very complex, and is increasingly complex living and working environments require a higher level of critical thinking and problem solving skills. Technology offers us new tools for communicating, collaborating across geographies and across disciplines. Those who can think creatively and innovatively in this environment will be highly valued. Note it. Second one is the analytics and discernment. There is an abundance of information and media influence from formal and informal sources. And the successful people will be those able to shift through information and identify what is relevant and what is not relevant, discern opinion from facts, process large amount of information, and analyze with a critical eye. Third one, flexibility and adaptability. These technological tools allows new ideas, new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things to spread quickly. Flexibility and the ability to adapt quickly to an ever-changing world will be crucial. Solving new problems requires self-motivation, calculating risk, and understanding the social and cultural aspects of global world. So these are the main 3 points in 21st century learning framework: critical thinking, analytics and discernment, flexibility and adaptability. Now, what are the main benefits of these digital age schools? Student using digital learning tools and technology become more engaged in the process and more interested in growing their knowledge base. They may not even realize that they are actively learning, since they are learning through engaging methods such as peer education, teamwork, problem solving, reverse teaching, concept mapping, gamification, stacking, role playing, and storytelling. Students nowadays are self-motivated and more accountable than the teacher. Second one is learning tools and technology enable students to develop effective self-directed learning skills. School makes students smarter. They are able to identify what they need to learn, find and use online resources, apply that information on the problem at hand, and even evaluate resultant feedback. And this increases their efficiency and productivity. What is the third benefit? Digital learning school and technologies like social learning platform make it easy for teachers to create and managing groups. The shift to digital learning can approximate the benefits of tutoring while freeing up time for teachers to address individual and small group needs. Apart from educators, parents can use interactive activities to encourage their child's interest in learning, since these gamification makes the process much more enjoyable and interesting. Parents can also explore online learning activities with their child, which can serve as an extension to what they are learning in their classroom. These digital learning tools and technology provide enjoyment for kids as well as numerous benefits in terms of developing a child's well-being. So, these digital schools assure the proper involvement of educators and parents to a deeper extent. Fourth one is by embracing digital devices and connected learning, classrooms around the country and around the globe can not only coordinate with one another to share insights, but also boost learning experience and communication skills. These factors also allows educators to enjoy a level playing field. Schools can save money while ensuring equitable access to educational material at expensive private schools. So, these digital schools and technology is rapidly increasing information sharing free of cost, openly. Fifth one is equipping students with the requirement of higher education, and holding a career at a young age has become one of the most crucial responsibility of school education. These digital learning solutions based on problem-based learning emphasize on learning methods that are constructive, collaborative, and calls the students' attention to a real-world approach to the learning. Students' employability with these digital learning tools and technology. Now, other one is expanded learning opportunities. Anywhere, any place, anytime. With the ongoing employment crisis in MENA region, it is crucial that if young people are unable to find jobs, they should have the ability to create their own and ideally even generate jobs for others. For this purpose, newer methods of learning and education need to be incorporated into the school's curriculum, starting right from elementary level schools. Digital learning tools and technologies in elementary, secondary, and higher schools prepare students for higher education and modern careers by helping them acquire skills including problem solving, familiarity with emerging technologies, and self-motivation. Now, what are the main challenges or criticism of digital technologies in schools? First one is a lot of time and resources are currently being invested into technologies and applications that have yet to be proven to be effective or efficient when compared to more traditional classroom learning contexts. Teachers and schools need to think carefully about when, why, and how to use technologies as well as evaluating their efficiency and effectiveness. There is a digital divide. The divide between those who have access to digital technology and the internet and those who do not. Implementing and then maintaining technology is costly, particularly as systems can quickly become out of date. Your hardware become out of date. Your software become out of date. There may be problems with the existing infrastructure. For example, internet connection may be inconsistent and slow. These are some problems with the existing infrastructure of school. Safety for students and teachers is a key challenge with prevention of cyberbullying, the hacking of personal information, access to illegal or banned materials, and distraction from learning such as social networking and mobile phone use, all being high on institutional agendas. And some uses of technologies can be harmful. For example, poor posture and eye strain are common problems when working at desktop computer for prolonged periods. Also, repetitive strain injury, RSI. It is a risk that occurs from the repeated action necessary to control mobile devices. Evidence suggests that at the moment, the potential of digital technologies in the classroom is not being realized. A report on digital technologies from the charity Nesta in the UK notes, what is clear is that no technology has an impact on learning in its own right. Rather, its impact depends upon the way in which it is used. So, how can schools support these digital tools, these digital technologies? School allow teachers and learners the freedom to explore Raspberry Pi, the Scratch programming interface. Second one is teachers and learners should be encouraged to share their practices with other teachers, with other students. Teachers support the digital technologies in classroom by developing their awareness of a range of digital technologies. The SAMR, substitution, augmentation, modification, redefinition. It is a model developed by Dr. Ruben, is a useful reference when considering the implementation of technology in the classroom. Here, I am not going toward the SAMR detail, only you know about this substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. This is a clear model for the implementation of technology in your classroom. Okay. How can schools support? Substitution. What is substitution? Technology acts as a direct tool substitute with no functional change. Example, instead of producing a handwritten report, learner types the report using a word processor, Microsoft Word processor. Augmentation. Technology acts as a direct tool substitute with functional improvement. For example, teacher adds comments electronically, then emails the report back to learner. Modification. Technology allows for significant task redesign. For example, learner loads report onto a blog. Other learners view and add comments. Redefine definition. These technology tools allow for the creation of new tasks previously inconceivable. Example, instead of written report, learner produces online response including images, audio, and video. This is the SAMR model. And this SAMR model is applicable and it is the mean to support the implementation of digital tools and technologies in your school or classroom. Now, if we move forward, what are the main attributes of successful schools in digital age? Schools must adjust to this and offer a modern education that is interwoven with technology in order to teach today's children. School must adopt their commercial practices and teachers must expand their skill sets if they are to be successful. First, the fact that successful schools in digital age have a wealth of edtech will not come as a surprise. Every student has at least one, if not more, devices. Schools must therefore adopt to this reality in a variety of ways. Even the most basic ones like providing enough power outlets for charging gadgets. Second, in the digital era, effective schools are emphasizing collaborative learning more than ever. The layout of learning rooms is designed to make it simple for student groups of all sizes to collaborate. For this, there needs to be adaptable space, mobile furniture, and desks that can support different student grouping. Third, the emphasis on individualized instruction doesn't seem to be winning. Therefore, learning areas in effective schools are set up in a way that works for students who are working on multiple projects at once, including those who must concentrate silently and those who collaborate. Fourth one is community worry about school security persists. In the digital age, effective schools are promoting the physical safety of their children by implementing easy, doable actions. The challenge is to keep students safe without having the institution appear like a jail. Fifth one is uniformity has to go. These successful schools in the digital age have an amazing variety of inventive classrooms that bear almost little similarity to neat rows of the past. Sixth one is the adaptability is the key to success. Digitally successful schools use furniture and other items in a variety of ways. Seventh is the cost will continue to be main concern for the majority of institutions. And these digital age schools make more with less cost. And last one is STEM. STEM disciplines are the main focus of effective school in the modern day. These schools offer more room and science-specific amenities such as makerspace and labs. So these are the some attributes of successful schools in today digital era, in today modern world. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for all participants listening me. And thanks again to Mr. Faisal Fiaz and Mr. Jamil providing the opportunity to speak at this conference. Thank you so much.